Hello ladies and gents, PepperBelly here, bringing you guys some ArcheAge, an MMO RPG currently in its alpha testing phase because it's being, well, if you want to say imported, it's being westernized for the western countries such as the North Americas. Because North Americas are countries, that makes perfect sense, right? I mean, don't geography me. But anyway, probably wondering why I'm having an MMORPG on my channel. For those of you that don't even know, I want to tell you something that might just blow your mind, considering what you've probably known about my channel, the type of games I play. Even though I'm a variety gaming channel, I don't show MMOs. I've played and made a few videos for EVE Online, just showcase, really. It wasn't anything about actual gameplay or anything significant in that regard of what it was to play an MMO. But the truth is, I'm actually a huge fan of MMORPGs. You probably had no idea, because I don't think I've ever mentioned it on my channel in the past. I probably have occasionally every now and again, but I never really dived in depth with it and told you guys that I pretty much played 4 to 5 years of World of Warcraft, putting in over 6,000 hours, if not more, from what I've recorded. Because using Xfire back in the day, my friends used to use that, and I only started using Xfire 2 years after I played WoW. Because I played World of Warcraft for 2 years by myself, and I met 2 individuals in the game who I played with all the time. We kind of had like a little group, our little trio, and it was pretty epic. And I'm actually still in touch with one of those people today, so we're, you know, still known. And we played it quite a bit, and I managed to finally get my friends in on it about 2 years after I started playing the game. So I always talk about it, be like, guys, you're playing Oblivion? It's not where it's at, man. You gotta play World of Warcraft. It's where all the cool kids hang out and go to Goldshire and dance on top of the buildings naked and stuff, because it's cool, and that's what we used to do, and it was awesome. So I managed to convince my friends to do that, and at the time they didn't have World of Warcraft voice chat. There was no VoIP of any kind, so we used Xfire, and Xfire actually records the game you're playing, showing you the hours. So from then on, I've clocked in over 3,000 hours on World of Warcraft. That's not counting the 2 years prior that I played it even more. Like, a lot. Basically, to put it simply, we played World of Warcraft a lot. It had a pretty significant mark on my life, and it was a fantastic game for me and my friends to play. And we've been driving for an experience like that ever since WoW went down the gutter with its recent expansions and got simplified and casualized and just everything in the book you can possibly use to describe that it just went down the shitter. And it got simpler and too easy, and all the hardcore World of Warcraft players that used to be during the vanilla and Burning Crusade times just got turned off. And of course Cataclysm, it started with Cataclysm for me. I played World of Warcraft up until Wrath of the Lich King, played a bit of that, but kind of got bored with it and then stopped. And Cataclysm came out and ruined it for me, and I was just like, no, I'm not playing this game anymore. And Blizzard even tried to get me to come back. They, you know, send those 14-day trials where it's like, oh, here's a trial to renew your account so you can play the game, explore Cataclysm, the new Azeroth, and all this stuff, and see if you like it. And I didn't. I went back, I installed it because I was just like, you know what, 14 free days to try out WoW again, see all my old characters and stuff? Sure, why the hell not? So I loaded up my level 74, 76, somewhere in that range, Blood Elf Paladin, ran through Orgrimmar, did a few things, checked out a whole bunch of stuff, and realized that I do not want to be part of this because the game just completely changed and for the worse. I almost forgot the T on that word. I wasn't happy, and neither were my friends, so we all stopped playing World of Warcraft, and we were looking for other games ever since. So I've actually got into EVE Online as well. Started playing EVE. EVE Online was fantastic, awesome game, absolutely loved it, but of course, subscription-based. And unfortunately, being a minor, I didn't make enough money in time. I managed to get myself a barge, and EVE Online's a sci-fi thing, so I love sci-fi, I love space. Of course I'm gonna get in on EVE Online, right? It only makes sense. Fantastic game. Really loved it, okay? Nothing wrong with EVE Online at all. It's just the fact that I don't want to pay a subscription for it anymore. You know, I don't like paying subscriptions. I couldn't get the Plex, the in-game credits to actually ISK to pay for the Plex, to pay for my pilot's license, which you can do and actually play the game for free. I didn't make the money for it, so I just stopped paying the subscription. Plus, I kind of got bored with it a little afterwards. Not gonna lie, just stopped playing it. So then Elder Scrolls Online came along. You know, my friends and I, we heard about it. We're like, oh, Elder Scrolls, holy crap, this could be the game to bring us back to the early glory days of what it felt like to be playing World of Warcraft with all your friends, questing, raiding, adventuring, all that stuff, exploring, just doing things in a social environment with friends and dancing naked everywhere. We were looking forward to it. And of course, my friend and I, one of them, we got in the Elder Scrolls beta, and we played it, and it was really good. We were pretty happy with it. It wasn't, you know, we weren't thrilled, but it was decent. We were pleased, to say the least. And we played it a bit, and of course, it's left a stale stale taste in our mouth, realizing that it's subscription-based, because subscription-based games nowadays is just a huge no-no in my mind. That kind of subscription-based model, it just is old school. No one's going to tolerate that anymore. Nobody can justify paying a subscription to play a game anymore. It's just something you don't want to do. You want to pay for what you actually do or what you obtain. And that's why free-to-play in the MMO genre in that market has actually grown significantly, and a lot of companies failed with subscription models and actually ended up changing and adapting the new free-to-play model, and have seen an improvement and more success as a result of that. So the fact that ArcheAge is going free-to-play is something that's kind of really inspiring to me, and makes me really happy, because Elder Scrolls was a disappointment, to say the least. A lot of people weren't too thrilled with it. It wasn't the best thing ever. Kind of sucked. And it wasn't a horrible game by any means. It's just it was not living up to expectations. And of course, ArcheAge right now came out of nowhere, first of all. It, like, just no marketing, no advertising, no nothing. Just boom. It's here on Twitch. And the only reason why I found out about it is because I was watching a live stream. So I was playing a bit of Hearthstone recently as well, and discovered that some guy was playing a game called ArcheAge, and when I first saw it initially, I was like, what is this? This looks stupid. I don't want to play this. This looks retarded. I don't want to watch it. I don't care about it. But then, of course, I looked more into it, started researching it, and ended up paying $150 to get into the alpha. And of course, you get numerous items doing that as well. You get a whole bunch of, you know, you get like a glider, you get some special armor, you get in-game credits for the value of like $70 or something like that. You get all this extra little goodies to go with the whole package, which is great. And it makes me happy that, you know, they actually include that. It's not just buying into the alpha. It's kind of more of an investment instead of paying to play the game, because the game is going to be free to play when it releases, and you can pay to get into the alpha, or you can pay to get into the beta. And there's two different packages. There's 3 founders packages. There's the Arcane package, which is basically what I have, which gets you into the alpha right away. It gives you beta privileges as well, and has pretty much all the extra stuff like patron status for 3 years, or 3 years, for 3 months. 3 years would be crazy. And, you know, all that extra bonuses. And then, of course, there's the other package, which is basically get you beta access with a limited, which is like $100, and then for $50 you get the minimal package, but you also get beta access as well. So it's kind of a benefit there. This guy is boxing me, and it's ridiculous. He kind of ran into me out of nowhere and started, like, making life hell for me, and I called him a dick, but I guess he took it too far. I don't know. We were kind of having fun. Stuff like this, you know? I miss these kind of interactions where things are just ridiculous and, you know, just ridiculous shenanigans. It's the only way you can describe it. It's just, it's funny. You know, it's ridiculous. It's fun. It's good old-fashioned MMORPG fun. And so far, I'm really pleased with ArcheAge. It's bringing back those good old WoW days. The vibes from the inception of WoW, the early days of World of Warcraft. I'm getting those vibes from this game of, like, traversing terrain, exploring, doing quests, and having a general good time. You know, interacting with other players, helping them, assisting them on quests, grouping up, partying up, guilds, all that stuff is just coming down on me hard again, and I'm absolutely loving every moment of it, because I missed the MMO experience, and I've been looking for a game that can bring back those feelings in a new light. And ArcheAge seems like the game to be doing that. And it has a whole bunch of additional assets to it that's going to make this game a defining MMORPG in the market in the Western world. Because it was released in Korea for about a year now. It was released in Russia, and now they're westernizing it right now to come to North America to bring us a fantastic MMORPG that I'm looking forward to covering in the future. So, my name is PepperBelly. Thank you guys for joining me on this quick video. I have more to talk about, but that will be saved for a later date on a different video. Take care, guys.